Greetings all, El Grinnell here with TrueSpeak, bringing you the All Things Happy and Healthy vlog again this week. Well, we're going to take a little bit of a turn around the corner, right? Because today I'd like to talk about how some doom and gloom can save your business or even your career. And so what does doom and gloom have to do with being happy and healthy? Well, there are some pitfalls in something known as confirmation bias and the need to be right almost at all cost. And many times that cost can be the failure of your business or your career being, xed out. And it's simply a matter of, well, I shouldn't say simply. I'm going to be brave here and say that confirmation bias is one of the strongest pillars of white supremacy that we've been taught over the decades. And I'm a boomer, and the older you are, the more likely you are to have been having these pillars ingrained in the way that you think and the way that you expect life to be. And when we begin to have antidotes for them and break them down, wow, does life get happier and healthier? Okay, so what do I mean by that? So the need to be right and avoidance of doom and gloom and the word no, being told no, is one of the pillars is perfectionism. So it's really important to remember that you're not a bad or a wrong person if you have an action that's not congruent with the outcome, meaning you got the no. That does not make you a bad person. That does not make you a failure. And the antidote to this is to embrace the no and say, well, what did I learn from that? What can it teach me? Who can I lean on to help me understand this? Because there's absolutely nothing wrong with us when we get a no or when we don't get what we want. Okay, so it's not just, well, I'm going to use a universal qualifier here, which I'm not a fan of. And I'm going to say that no is never the end. And I use the word never. I believe that it's always, another universal qualifier, a fork in the road. It's an opportunity for us to go in another direction, have alternate thoughts, experiences and opportunities that are really good for building the neuroplasticity of our brain, right? So when we get older and our brains become stagnant and not as strong as they could be, it's because we keep following the same paths and the same thoughts and hopefully getting the same reactions. And then if we don't get what we want, then many of us just sit down like a toddler and just cross our arms and or maybe pitch a fit. Okay, let me give you an example of how this happened to me recently. So I wrote the book Get Happier and Healthier Now, 7 Steps to Improved Health and a Body You Could Love, pre-pandemic, because it takes a long time to get a book out, as many of you know. And so I thought it was just amazing universal timing that the book came out when people were really concerned about their health. And so I had an agent and I had a coach and I had some other great members on my team helping me to pitch and teach and sell and promote and TEDx the idea that you can be happy, healthy, and obese, as am I. And the basis of the book, Get Happier and Healthier Now. Well, let me tell you, folks, almost $30,000 and over a year later, not one single person was interested. I was not offered one opportunity to speak. I was not paid to come to any conference or anything. And it was devastating. As a matter of fact, I had a great team, like I told you, and they were even scratching their heads like, we don't know. It wasn't the marketing, it wasn't the message, it wasn't the branding, it definitely wasn't the timing. What was missing is I didn't have a naysayer on my team. And we'll talk about this next week because this is a whole topic all on its own. I didn't have somebody telling me no, somebody telling me it couldn't be done, telling me why people don't want it. So yeah, it was an expensive lesson, and I definitely have a naysayer on my team now. who's amazing and so grateful. I had them in my back pocket the whole time, and a lot of times our skills are in the back pocket or in our tool belt. We forget to bring them out and use them. So next week I'll be talking about why it's important to have a bad guy in your boardroom, or bad guy, air quotes, because it's crucial to your success and it's crucial to your growth. And so I'd like to close today by reminding you that no does not mean the end. No does not mean you didn't get what you wanted. No does not mean you're a bad person with a bad idea or a bad product. No is simply a fork in the road, an opportunity to shift and to crush that pillar of perfectionism so that you can live a life that's happier and healthier, not suppressed by the thoughts of perfectionism. So I hope that resonates with you. I would love, love, love if you would subscribe, like, share, follow, and more importantly, you'll see the opportunity to hop on my calendar and let's talk about these things. I would love to eliminate fear, doubt, and worry. And it says in a lot of my bios that I'm a limiting belief abolitionist. And that's true. So allow me to share my gifts and talents with you. And until next week, aloha, my friends, and stay happy and healthy.